What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. How's everyone doing? This is Jeremiah Davis, aka the Funding Coach, and this is Monday Fun Day. And what we're going to be talking about today. So, I got a big announcement for software users or those who are looking to purchase the Black Label CRM software. And then I'm going to go over some basic information on how to pre qualify yourself or your clients for funding. Business Funding 101. Okay. So let me start by saying in the Black Label CRM, we charge for credits or licenses, right? One credit equals one active paying business credit client. Okay. If you got the annual plan or you're thinking about getting the annual plan, you got the first 5 of those credits or licenses included with your purchase. So you can immediately resell those and recoup your investment purchasing the software. Or if you need to purchase the software, sell one for say 3,500, right? A VIP business credit coaching client. I charge 3,500 for mine, and those clients will get access to the portal and then weekly one-on-one calls with you, or you can use one of the outsourcing companies that we have in the software to do your live coaching. Okay, so the thing of it is, our mechanism that we've had in place to get those extra credits as you need them was not working properly. So we have upgraded that, and it will launch tonight, so it'll be available tomorrow, that you will now be able to purchase those credits directly in your admin panel of the Black Label CRM. So if you get an email from me today or tomorrow saying that you have a balance of unpaid credits, well, that's what it's referring to, because basically people were activating credits, but they hadn't paid for those credits. And that's the only thing we charge for. Is, you can do all the funding yourself and keep all the money in the software. So, and that's not every scan. You can have 100 scans and 25 people that purchase or wanted to pay for the business credit, the DIY or the VIP, and some people have activated more credits than they have purchased. So now we have to go back and make that right. But going forward, all that is automated and easy to use. It'll be in the admin panel under manage members, and then you'll be able to purchase 1 credit, 2 credits, or we get them. Yeah, you get a greater discount if you purchase them in a bulk, like 10 to 20 credits. If you get 20 credits, it's like $2,000. So that's basically $100 per credit. And you can sell the DIY for 500, 600, 700, 1,000, 1,500. I know some of the software users sell their DIY for 1,500 and sell their VIP for 5,000. And it only costs you, if you buy them in the packs of 20, $100 per. So you get 20 for 2,000. You can get 10 for 1250, and individuals 150. So it goes down based on the package about $25 when you buy them in bulk. So it's a great savings. And like I said, you wait for the client to pay you, and then you have to activate that client in their client profile as a paid user. Once you do that, you're going to be utilizing one of those credits. Okay. So, and I know I explained the credits to everyone that purchased software and did a demo. So, if you won't be able to activate any new credits if you have an outstanding balance. So I'm just getting that out there now and letting everybody know. Now, okay. And if you got questions about that, go ahead and hit me up, send me an email or schedule an appointment or something like that, and I will explain that in greater detail. But that system, the new system, is rolling out tonight and be live tomorrow. Okay, so now let's talk about Business Funding 101. Here's the thing, guys. I get a lot of calls every day to people asking me questions about funding. Right? I get messages on Instagram, Facebook, asking me, what are your funding criteria? What's the qualifications to get approved for a loan? And my first response is, which type of loan are you talking about? Because I do service 20 different loan products. Mostly all those are business loan options. I mean, there's several real estate options. There's several business revenue. There's commercial real estate. There's equipment. There's revenue based. There's business lines of credit. There's business term loans. So there's a great multitude of loan products out there. And each one of those products has a different criteria. And then within that loan product, each bank can have a different criteria, right? I can have four banks that all do business term loans, and 90% of the documentation of the qualifications might be the same, but that 10% is going to be different depending on which lender that we go with. So those are some things you got to take into consideration. But I'm going to give you some basics, right? And I've done this before, talk about how I pre-qualify my clients when I'm on the phone with them. I ask them anywhere from, 3 to 5 questions and pretty much determine which type of loan this client qualifies for. Now, the other caveat to that is clients come to you with a preset determination in their mind that they want this type of loan, not knowing what the qualifications are for that type of loan. Okay, so like I said, a business term loan, a working capital loan, a revenue-based loan, or MCA. Those are 4 different types of loans that are pretty much based off credit and business income. Okay, so the business term loan is probably the best outside of SBA. SBA loan, which I would say the best, but it is the hardest to get approved for and takes the longest to get the funding for. All right. Now I do have a number of SBA alternative lenders. What that means is lenders that are not your traditional banks, right? That's all it means. That's not traditional banks. And remember, the SBA does not loan the money, right? The bank that has been authorized to service SBA loans, are approved by the SBA. So when they do service that loan, and what the SBA is doing is backing that loan, guaranteeing payment of that loan within, if the client defaults. So say your client gets an SBA loan for $500,000, okay, and 2 years into it, they stop paying. Right. Well, the SBA say, well, we will guarantee and send you the money, right, up to say $250,000. Right. They're not going to give you 100% of the money, or give the bank 100% of the money. They only guarantee or guarantee the repayment of a portion of those funds. Okay. It could be about 50%. I mean, it's case by case on how much. They usually you're notified and you become aware of how much they are willing to subsidize on a default SBA loan. But that's the same reason why they're more difficult to get, because they want to make sure that you can afford the loan and that that you're able to pay it back. So the bank is saying, the bank gets to set the criteria, right, for the loan for approval. So if the bank says, okay, I want a 650 credit score, I need you to be in business for 2 years, I need you to make over $100,000 a year, then that's that bank's criteria. The next bank say, yeah, we do SBA loans too, but you need a 700 credit, you need to make over $250,000 or $300,000 a year, and you need to have all your finances and stuff like that. Some banks might say, I want a business plan, I want a projected timeline of expenditures, and how you're going to use the money. So it can get really granular and very detailed depending on the lender that you're applying with. Okay. And this is what I try to educate you guys, that there's no 2 loan deals ever the same. I can have 5 different business term loans on my desk, and each one has a separate different challenges to get approved. So, and that's determined because the individual, their credit profile, their working capital, their cash flow, sometimes location. Some states, Some lenders don't operate in certain states. Some lenders operate in all 50 states. Some lenders only operate in the upper, like 48. So they don't do like Puerto Rico. They don't do Alaska or Hawaii. So there's a lot of nuances that go into each loan deal on a wide spectrum of different criteria. Business funding is not an exact science. It's fluid, right? And the criteria to get approved for a lot of these loans vary based on the economy, based on the Fed, right? Interest, like right now, it's harder to get personal loans than it was a year ago. And the primary reason is because of the economy, right? So lenders have upped their criteria. So when there are some lenders that was willing to give you a business term loan at 650 with low interest rates and monthly payments, now those same lenders are requiring a 700 credit score to do that. And yes, your personal credit always comes into a factor when it comes to funding. Okay, there's a bunch of misinformation out there. There is such a thing as corporate financing, corporate only financing, or business only financing with no PG. But there's a specific criteria that you have to qualify for. You have to check the boxes to make sure you have everything that type of loan product requires. Um, and I mean, I know it. We have it, and we put it in the software, so it's readily available to you. If you have the software, you just go to one of the PDF training courses in the software, and corporate financing is right there, right? So what they want to see, right, is 10 reporting trade lines on the business credit profile. 10 reporting trade lines, right? They want to see 3 installments. I think 3 installments or 3 revolving trade lines and 2 installments. I might got that vice versa, but it's 3 of one and 2 of the other. Then they also want to see that you have a minimum of a low 5 bank rating score, right? What is a bank rating score? Bank rating score is a score that banks assess to a business that determine their ability to pay back the loan. Okay. A low 5 bank rating score essentially means that your business checking account daily average balance is $10,000, a minimum of $10,000. That's a low 5. If you get a high 5, that means you're doing over your daily average balance is over $100,000 a day, daily average balance, right? So the higher your bank rating score means the more money you can afford, and when you're borrowing under the corporate only or any statute for that matter. Also, there are some tier 4 credit cards and trade lines that require a low 5 minimum bank rating score. So if you don't qualify, you should not be applying for anything, any loan product or credit card that requires a low 5 bank rating score. Okay, you can go to Plaid and check your bank rating score. It's going to do the decision logic where you put in your banking username and password, right? Your online banking username and password, and it's going to verify your bank statements digitally and give you a bank rating score. Now that's what now you want to get your bank rating score as high as possible, right? But the minimum is a low 5, right? It goes to 6, 7, and on. But if the high 5 is $100,000 daily average balance, now you're looking at $200,000-300,000 daily average balance. That makes you more fundable, okay? And the whole purpose of business credit is to stop using your operating capital that's going into the business, right? If every dollar coming in the business is going out, you're not going to have a high, even though you make $100,000 a month, right? If you make $100,000 a month, but every dollar going in is coming out, and your daily daily average balance of your business checking account is in the 3s, which means basically if you're in the low 3s or high 3s, your daily average balance is $100 to $999. Okay. And then from $1,000 up to $9,999 is the 4s, right? So some tier 3 credit cards require you to have a mid 4 bank rating score. Okay. And then, like I said, then the fives is from $10,000 up to basically um, nine $9,999, right? It's $1 short from the threshold. And then if your daily average balance is over $100,000, then you're going to be in a low six category. Okay. So now, having said all that, right? So corporate only financing, having 10 trade lines, having three installments, two revolving, or vice versa, paying all the trade lines 10 days before they're due. Okay. These are the requirements for corporate only financing. These are the requirements for corporate only financing. So having that, sorry, lost my train of thought. The 10 reporting trade lines, every one of them being paid 10 days before they're due, right? So your business credit payment history looks very good if you're paying all your trade lines 10 days before they're due. And you have the low five bank rating score, you got the 10 trade lines. Now you can look at corporate only financing. Okay. Plus, you got to be in business for 2 years, and you got to make, like I said, that daily, over $100,000 a year. The higher, the more. The $100,000 a year is less than $10,000 a month. So that's not, a threshold. That's like the starting point. Okay. So, but back to the trade lines and paying the bills. If you're taking all the money out of your account and making $100,000 a month to pay bills or buy more supplies, equipment, or paying salaries, and your average balance is you make $100,000 a year, but your bank rating score is a low three, that means your daily average balance is $100. No matter how much volume you're making, every dollar coming in is going out. So the way you counter that and increase your bank rating score is by using business credit. Okay. Business credit is designed to grow your business, and it's not a one off. You need to continue to use it and use it for the products and services that you need for your business, and leave your operating capital in the business bank account for as long as possible. By doing that, you're going to increase your bank rating score. Okay. You're going to increase your bank rating score, and now you will qualify for more funding products. See how that works, right? See how that works? If you keep more of the cash coming into your business in the account, use your business credit cards to buy the supplies you need and sell, and then pay those over time, so your daily average balance gets higher, right? That's how banks judge you. That's okay, and that's just corporate only financing. Okay, that was the criteria for corporate only financing with no PG. Problem is, most of the small business owners and entrepreneurs do not qualify for corporate only financing because, first of all, we don't know the criteria, and second of all, nobody else is talking about it. All right, stop listening to these people on TikTok and Clubhouse and what have you, telling you that you can get $250,000 in business credit in less than 90 days, yada, yada, yada. Well, it is possible, but you have to follow a precise plan to achieve that in a rapid formation, meaning getting all of uh, your trade lines, your 10 plus trade lines. And the 10 plus trade lines is a new thing post pandemic. Pre pandemic, it was 8. Okay. So, but these vendors are now wiser and realize that people are building their business credit, entrepreneurs are building business credit, and they're getting trade lines that they don't necessarily need to just get the report to their business credit profile. So now a lot of these vendors are requiring 3 consecutive months of purchases of $75 or more. $75 to $100 is the advised amount of purchases you should make, right? And then paying that off 10 days before it's due. Now, if you got what's up, Garrett, man? How you doing? If you have these 10 trade lines that you need, say you got a food truck, right? You need styrofoam cups, styrofoam containers, you need food products. If you're able to buy all that stuff on credit, right, and leave the operating money in there, right, then you can wait till next month to pay those trade lines off 10 days before they're due. 10 days before they're due. Okay. Um, Now your operating capital in your bank, bank rating score is going to increase. And if you practice that month after month, what happens? Your bank rating score goes up, and your limits on those credit cards go up. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's not a one-off. You want to utilize your business credit, right? And as you use it responsibly, they're going to give you higher limits, right? When you have higher limits, it gives you access to a more buying power as well as other trade lines with a strong business credit profile. All right. Say this all the time. Business credit is designed to build your business. Personal credit is designed to buy a house. Okay. So your personal credit is not designed to build a business. Okay. So, and you can't just say, okay, I'm just going to get business credit just to get this, and this, and then stop using it, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. I mean, at the end of the day, you're shooting yourself in the foot thinking that you can just get these vendors are trying to make money too. So they're extending these lines of credit so you can use them. If you're not using them, they're not going to keep giving you increases and giving you larger balances or limits. Okay. And that's going to hinder you from going to the next stage, right? You should be able to build your business credit within 12 to 24 months, where you can walk into a Ford dealership and get three, four box trucks on business credit. All right. If you got one food truck, you should be able to build your business credit to get three food trucks, right? If you live in a metropolitan area, you can hire somebody, pay them $15, $20 an hour, right? And park that in an industrial park or office park at lunchtime. You can make probably $5,000 to $10,000 a day on each truck. Okay. If you got some good food, just saying. If you don't have the food quality, it's got to be there too. But my point is that by by being able to provide these business credit, sorry, building your business credit to access more things for your business to grow. I'm always in the mindset when I'm working with my clients is, what is your goal? Where do you want to go, right? If you got one tow truck, why don't you have three tow trucks? How are we going to get you three tow trucks, right? If you're making, 50, 60, $70,000 a month with one tow truck, if you had three, you're making, $200,000 a month. Okay. And that's the mindset that you need to have when it comes to business credit. All right. So, and then the funding becomes easy, right? Banks want to loan money. They do want to loan you money. Okay. But they want to make sure to get their money back. Okay. So they're not, and then I tell you the truth, there's a lot of stuff going on out there that's actually just outright illegal, right? And the banks and the credit card companies are hip to it. The FTC is starting to sniff around business credit and business funding entities that do, say, credit card stacking, the loan stacking. That's under investigation. That's on the radar for the FTC, because there's a standard protocol that you're supposed to follow when doing that type of funding. And that protocol is having a limited power of attorney from the client. And when you go apply for the credit cards or the loans, you have to disclose that you're applying for, or you're a third party applying for that particular funding product, right? And then the bank or the financial institution is going to do a verification call with the client and verify that you're authorized to do it. Okay. If you're not doing that, you are committing fraud, right? If you're making emails and phone numbers and pretending like you're the client, that's technically identity theft, and obtaining credit and financing under false pretenses is a federal crime. That's it. And I no longer provide those services because my businesses and my family and my livelihood is not worth $100,000 in loan stacking. Okay. Then there are plenty of other loan options out there that people can qualify for and get the money if they have the right information. If they have the right information, you got to learn how to do funding, how to do business credit the right way, so you don't go to jail and you don't hurt. And then you know what? The flip side of that is a lot of these people that are getting these loan stacks and these credit card stacks are defaulting. They're not paying the money back. They're not paying off the credit cards. Then they're doing credit sweeps, trying to remove all the negative items. The banks and creditors are hip. They know what's going on. Ain't nobody out there smarter than them. So I'm telling you right now, you're not. So stop doing the shady stuff, or you're gonna get locked up. Okay? No, and don't come and ask me to do it either, because I'm just gonna tell you no. What you gonna put some money on my books? No, I know you're not. So I digress. Point being is learn how to do it the right way. Learn what the qualification requirements are for the loan product that you want to service. All right. Learn how to increase the company revenue, the business credit, and to access more credit options. If you're trying to be a loan broker, if you're a software user, you're a Black Label CRM software user, follow the instructions in the software, do it, accordingly. And there are other services you can use. Like, for example, if your client meets the credit criteria, they can go become a member of most credit unions that they qualify to be a member of, right? And get up to $30,000 in a multitude of funding products, like two or three different funding products. So a credit union will pull your credit, and when you open an account, and you can apply for a signature loan for probably $10,000, $15,000, depending on your income and your credit, right? And then if another week or two later, you come back and say, I want to do a credit card consolidation, they'll do that and then say you want to do a credit card, right? And the combined can go up to at least $30,000, but it's legal. That's what they do. They're like, you open an account with this credit union, you can get access to the benefits of being a member of this credit union. What that means is we're only going to check your credit once every 30 days. So the first credit report that they pull when you open the account and apply for that loan is the same one they're going to use to extend those other two funding products, right? Debt consolidation, credit card consolidation, signature loan, credit card, right? And then if you're able to do that for two or three different credit unions, you can get up to $100,000 legally, legitly. Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right. So there's credit unions in every community. So just figure out if your clients qualify for those, or you qualify to be a member of that. And yeah, you need good credit. You need good credit and good income. Okay. All right. Then you can open an account and then you apply for something and get denied because your credit messed up. Okay. So don't think there's something, like, well, I'm gonna slide in, that's not what they do. All right. They're in business to set up accounts, loan money, and keep it moving. Okay. So I just want you guys to know what the truth is. And I want you also to help your clients do what the truth is and be accessing these things. Another thing we're adding to the software are personal loans up to $75,000. That will be implemented in the next couple of weeks. So all private label users will have that option to get that type of funding with a personal loan for their client. And now they can use that money to get the secure CD to build their business credit, or pay for your coaching services, or a wide range, or start their business, get that first set up, whatever it's a food truck, a restaurant, a tractor trailer, a box truck. So thinking about it like this: you got someone with a 700 plus credit, making, like, say, $100,000 a year in their day job or their current business, and you get them $50,000 to $75,000 in a personal loan that they can utilize that influx of cash to get their business, build their business credit, pay for your services, get their business to the next level. We're adding that to the software. And then I've told you guys, and then we're putting in place a white label concierge funding clearinghouse in the software. What does that mean? Good question. It means that you'll be able to pre-qualify your client based on a FICO 8 credit score and 2 business credit scores, because we're going to have direct imports of those bureaus. And then you can do a funding estimator to see what they qualify for. And then you can do a one app submission to the lending platform, right? And basically, it's going to be business funding now, but it's going to be your label. So then when that application comes in, my staff are going to call your client and represent your company, right? White label concierge. They're going to represent your company and say, hey, ABC, you just applied for a loan with ABC Consulting. Yeah, I'm in the I'm in the finance department. I'm going to help you get your process your loan, and then we're going to package your loan and submit it to the lenders. Now, the lender, that's going to be disclosed once they agree to accept the loan and take the money, but they know that. But it's going to be your brand that will do the broker of the loan, and we're just offering that service as concierge. And you'll make commission on that. You're going to make about 35% commission. It's the business model we're working on, right? So white label concierge loan clearinghouse where you'll make 30%, 35% off of each of those loans. And that covers the 20 different loan types that we have in the software. Okay. So that is coming in the next couple of months. We're putting the pieces in place, right? So the things I wanted to recap really quick is learn how to do funding the correct way. Learn how to build business credit the correct way and to maximize yours or your client's business by using business credit to get higher limits, access to more lines of credit, and more services or products that you need, right? And just learn it, because if you don't know, you're going to mislead people and stop. I get calls every day where people come to me thinking that they qualify for a loan. Just last week, had someone a 700 credit score, strong credit, or I want to say strong credit file, decent credit file, right? Had a few accounts that were primary, but he had, equal or more amounts of authorized user accounts. But he was trying to get a business term loan and he got 5 collections, charge off collections still on the report. You can't get no money. Not no traditional low interest business term loan or line of credit. Okay. He was upset because he said, I paid those off. Yeah, well, they're still on your credit report. And technically, they can stay on your credit report for 7 years. So you need to go back to whoever was helping you with those AUs and whatever else and try to get those off, because they're charged off and they're paid, they're settled for less, whatever. There's methods that you can use to remove those from the credit report, which I'm not going to go into right now. Point being is, if you don't know what the qualifications are, all you're going to do is just apply and get denied. Okay, simple as that. You're just going to get denied over and over again. So, recap: if you have the software, there's going to be an automated payment system that will be in the software within the next 24 hours where you can purchase credits. If you cannot purchase any more, add any more credits because you have an outstanding balance, we're going to be sending you an email with that balance and with the payment link so you can get caught up, and then we'll unlock your ability to add the credits that you want to get for your business credit clients. Okay, and like I said, go through the software. Listen, if any of you guys don't know what all Black Label CRM can do, book an appointment. Go to blacklabelcrm.com. We'll go ahead and put that in and book a demo. And we got a lot of new things coming. Like I said, we're going to have the direct import of a 3 bureau FICO 8 score and 2 business credit scores. Okay, that's going to be coming from my score IQ, right? So if you've got an affiliate with them already, go ahead and give them a call and let them know that you want to get that link so you can be sending that to your clients and they can sign up. It's going to be about $50. You know how it works. You choose your price point. If they're going to have a trial for $1, yada, 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 right? But the commission is about double, right? And if you're focused on business clients, they need to have, and the 2 business bureaus is going to be, I think it's Dun Broad Street and Experian Business. So, but having those direct imports into the software is going to help us and you guys pre-qualify your clients for funding based on their FICO 8 credit score and their business credit score. All right. And yes, there are funding options like the SBA loans. They look at the SBSS score, which is a combination of personal credit and business credit scores, right? And they're looking for like a 165 is a good score to get approved for an SBA loan. How many of you guys knew that? Never mind. Okay. Point being is, I can't impart 15 years of experience in an hour conversation. And quite frankly, I don't have an hour to give to individuals to train them how to be loan brokers. If you want to be a loan broker, do the work, learn how to do the loans, and take baby steps. Learn how to do one type of loan. Once you get that down, learn how to do another type of loan. That's how I started. I started with MCA loans, okay, merchant cash advances, and then I started, with equipment loans, and then on and on and on, And then I don't know everything about funding. There's a lot of loan products out there. I have no clue. My weakest strength as far as funding is the real estate, because under the real estate umbrella, I'm talking about investment property, commercial property, and all that. There are at least a dozen, maybe more, loan products under the real estate umbrella. Okay, so it takes time to learn those things, and to find the lenders that service those type of loans, and then that's how you learn, is by partnering with the banks to service those type of loans, and they're going to give you the training and education of how to submit the deals, and get them approved. Okay, so stop looking for a shortcut. You got to put in some work. All right, but the money is okay. The money is phenomenal. All right, to get that anyway. I don't know why people keep calling me. They don't know I'm doing a lot, but I guess whatever. You should know by now. If you don't know, now you know. All right, you guys, that's my time for the day. Look out for your emails, and hey, like I said, if you're not an affiliate yet, become an affiliate of Business Funding Now. If you want the software, let's go ahead and get you set up with that, and then let's get this paper. Let's get the bag, as they say. All right. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and follow on all my social media platforms, YouTube channels, all that. And I'll greatly appreciate it. All right. If you need me, schedule an appointment. That's the best way. All right. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach. Peace.